Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started, and we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready!
This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt, and it for the first time. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, if that first play is in the indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Running
quickly out of line, Daniels. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Okay,
they'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now. Broncos.
Running once again with Krosky-Merritt. He still has room inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Viking 18-2.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's another Washington first down.
Here we go, here we go.
10 at the
18.
15-yard line.
From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. And a man is there to knock that away. Now, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can you make offensively?
2nd down and 10. Daniels. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard
line. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now run. First gives to Zach Charbonnet. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Milroe. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. A solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
70 Rangers. Here we go. Stop.
25 yards.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 wide.
And in motion out of the slot. First down throw here from Milroe. He gets this to Harold Fannin Jr. Complete. Then he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
60.
Milroe from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
A gain of 7. First down, Seahawks.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. This is ahead for about 5. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to it. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Short pass brought in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
18 Rattlers. Ready.
From the red zone on first. Buzz it at the 7. And it's going to be brought down as he sets his offense up with a first and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Seahawks.
Yeah, let's go. Roll. Go.
Trying the left side with Charbonnet. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. So they'll be facing second and goal coming up as we reach the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back now for the second quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone.
Ready.
Back to Charbonnet. He's not going to make it. Made a little progress, but they stall him at the 2. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. Third and goal coming up.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense can say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And this is going to end behind a line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook was wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. And they're on him quickly there after that catch. So the game's going to be to the 34-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Check. Let's go. 60 by 60 by...
Now it gives to Kroski-Merritt, running left. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Come on. 19, 18, go.
On the counter, Kroski-Merritt. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Ready. 18, come.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Quick throw out wide. I think this might be a double pass. And nearly intercepted as that trick play almost ended in disaster. Torrey Horton, his intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
The Eagles, 6, come 19, Panther 11, Panther 19 tight, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, Milrow. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They ruled him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Seahawks pushing for a late spark before halftime. Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3.
Ready?
Charbonnet reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Trujillo ends on the point after. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Starting on the ground team, Kroski-Merritt. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Come on. Set. Go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Pass 60, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's got it. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is hauled in by Samuel. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Seahawks 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Throw left side, finds Fannell. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout, so they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
From the gun, Milroe. That's caught. Here's that shove it in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now Seattle's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Go play action here, it's Milroe. And the Commanders' rush brings him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Has it in close. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
This is why those kickers are down there before the game trying those kicks in midfield. Kind of like Hooper shooting that half-court shot before half, because they believe, kickers do, that they're going to get an opportunity to be a difference maker. With that long kick, he certainly was.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
19 tight, 19 tight, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Go!
The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Commanders get to it first.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Get it! Ready, ready.
Daniels now on first down. Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. Down to the 10. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10.
Ready.
Throw in here, Milrow. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Intended for Smith and Jigba, but it's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick.
Milrow's pass intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Back. 6, press all 80.
From his end zone, Daniels. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. Well, you know this firsthand, partner. You get hit making a throw, you know this is a possibility. And that crowd cheer then confirmed it for him as he got off the ground, picked off, and in this case, taken back for 6 as well.
I hated that sign. Not only are the pads crunching me, but that crowd telling you it is going the other way. That's what you got to do with these quarterbacks in this league. You got to hit them, you got to harass them, and mistakes will follow.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Moore on the return. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Here we go. Set.
From the gun, run for Krosky Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a 21-yard gain, and that'll be good for a Washington first.
First and 10.
Slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Go.
Daniels on first down. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. So it'll be second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He throws a bullet deep to the right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Good job by Jair Alexander. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to work after throwing the pick. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for short yardage, but sometimes teams breaking the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Burrows caught, and he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
On second down, a run with Charbonnet. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else to be found outside of that. So third down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
It's caught. Fannin has it. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Milroe with it on first. Buying some time right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Motioning him from the slot right. Shotgun now for Milroe. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. After the play, here comes the athletic training staff checking on somebody who's hurt, and that is their running back, Zach Charbonnet. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the two-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot, and who knows? Maybe we'll have a two-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late.
Ready.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Come on. Hey.
Throwing off the play fake. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Completes. This is Fannin. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Brought in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Another Seahawks 1st down.
Check.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Steve Merritt gets it from the gun. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Offensive line fast.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's on the play. And the Washington first down.
Go.
They're going to run again here with Kelsey Merritt. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4
18.
at the 46-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Play action now. Daniels. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Stephanie!
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, says you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here we go. Set. 65. 6 Hawk. Set.
1st down throw here from Milrow. Looking downfield, and Fannin has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And they give it to him. And give him 6 on the run as that play takes us to the 2-minute warning. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
2nd and 4.
Cowboys. Mustang 19. Warriors 70.
Smith and Jigba going in motion right.
Go.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Keeps away from one. And the Commanders have some new life in the 4th.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
All their timeouts left, but they still need a quick score here. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And he's out the clear. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown.
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how far they had to go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, well, this is teaching tape. Not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Check smash, check smash. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Fits it through the middle. Hits the 20. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal. Washington calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Krosky Merritt is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. The Commanders think they've got it. Yes, they did get it back.
Kate, the onside kick's a dying art form in our game, and it's dying because it's so hard to recover these kicks. But it sure is nice to see some teams still know how to pull it off for one of the most exciting plays in the game.
On the jump.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Let's go. 60, 19, Panther 11, Panther 11. Cut 19, cut 19.
Play fake here. Daniels. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
First and 10 at the
Here we go.
16-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Daniels now on first down. And that's probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab for dinner tonight for him.
And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8, second down.
You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
79 Bronco, 71, 19
Smith and Jigba going in motion right. They're going to pass it here. Roll left side, finds Fannin. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the first down. This game is over. This will be the final play of the game.
Here we go. 19, Bronco 80. Ready?
Here's Milrow, first and 10. And it's incomplete. Kept the pedal down, though, the whole way, still taking shots until the very last play. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.